Good day everyone. So ngayong araw pag-aaralin natin yung atoms, no? So atoms through time. So ano ba yung mga dapat nating tandaan when we talk about the history of an atom, no? So ito yung mga brilliant minds behind the model of an atom. So bago yan naging atom sa kasalukuyan, dumaan pa siya no sa maraming mga tao na kung saan they really try to discover what is an atom all about. So, wag na tayong magpatagal pa. So, let's have our learning objectives for today. So, recall and explain the contributions of key scientists in the development of the atomic model, create an atom model, and correctly label its parts, show interest and appreciation for how scientific ideas change over time through discussion and participation. Now, what is an atom? So, i-recapitulate lang natin or magbalik-aral tayo sa tinatawag natin na ah, atom. Alam mo naman natin, no? Siguro in your previous years na pag-aralan ninyo na yung atom is the smallest unit of matter and it is composed of subatomic particles which are the proton na positively charged, neutron na walang charge, na kung saan makikita ito sa loob ng nucleus ng atom at yung mga tinatawag nating mga electrons na nasa labas ng nucleus na nakapalibot lamang doon. So, bago natin yon pag-aralan, pumunta muna tayo doon sa history. Sino ba yung mga tao na first naka-discover or nagbigay halaga no, sa atom? So, maigi rin na malaman natin yung mga taong yon sapagkat kung wala naman sila at hindi nila ito na-discover, ibig sabihin, wala din tayong alam or malalaman kung ano ba talaga ang isang atom. So first, let's have Democritus. So si Democritus ay isang ancient Greek philosopher and scholar ni Leucippus na nag-formulate ng atomic theory of the universe noong 400 BC at tinawag niya ang mga atoms or ang atom na atomos na ibig sabihin ay uncutable. So sa ibang mga references, pag sinabi nating uncutable, ang ibig sabihin nito ay indivisible or hindi siya pwedeng ma-divide. Yung isang atom, atom na talaga siya. Hindi mo na siya pwedeng hatiin. Sinabi din niya na everything is composed of atoms. Atoms are indestructible and always be in motion. So ibig sabihin, gumagalaw yung mga atoms and lahat ng mga bagay daw, lahat ng matter or lahat ng bagay sa mundo ay gawa sa isang atom. And there are infinite number and kinds of atoms which differ in shape and sizes. So, ibig sabihin nito, sinabi ni Democritus na yung mga atom, marami sila iba-iba, at the same time, iba-iba din yung shape or hugis nila at yung laki nila. After naman ni Democritus, tumungo naman tayo kang John Dalton. So, si John Dalton ay isang English chemist na may Quaker background. Pag sinabi nating Quaker or Quaker background is somewhat to deal with yung panggagamot, no, traditional way. A pioneer meteorologist, pag sinabi nating meteorologist, ito ay tao na nagsa-study ng mga weather patterns or mga weather conditions, which led him to his research into the nature of gases that became the foundation he built this atomic theory on. So, yung behavior or nature ng isang gas, yun yung driving force ni John Dalton upang makabuild siya ng kanyang sariling atomic theory. Dalton's atomic theory states that ang lahat daw ng matter is made of atoms. So, same with the idea of Democritus, and atoms are invisible and indestructible. Pag sinabi nating indestructible, hindi siya ah, mapapano, no? Hindi siya pwedeng magalaw. All atoms of a given element are identical in mass and properties. So sa ganitong idea naman ni John Dalton, somehow they are contradicting ni Democritus, 'di ba? Kasi ang sabi ni Democritus na ang isang atom is nagdi-differ ng size and shape. However, sa idea naman ni John Dalton, upon studying the nature of gases, sabi niya dito na identical ang mass and properties ng mga atoms. So, Dalton's atomic model. So, meron tayo dito example, one oxygen atom at 16 mass units each. So, plus two hydrogen atoms at 1 mass units each. So, that's 2 mass units and that is equivalent to 1 water molecule at 18 mass unit each. So, kung tingnan natin, yung hydrogen atoms, parehas sila, no? Parehas sila ng size, parehas din sila ng shape kasi para silang hydrogen at iba din yung size ng oxygen. Now, let's have Dmitry Mendeleev. No, special mention natin ito kasi siya din yung unang tao na nag-give sa atin ng idea on what is a uh, periodic table all about. No, siguro yung iba sa atin nakita na or alam na yung ibig sabihin ng periodic table. No, yung mga nandun lahat ng mga elements na makikita natin. No, and sabi niya dito na siya ang first na nag-develop ng model of an atom but has a great contributions in organizing the elements na later tinawag nga yun na periodic table of elements. After this one, no, si J.J. Thomson won a Nobel Prize in Physics whose research in cathode rays led to the discovery of the electron. So si J.J. Thomson ang nakadiscover ng electron na makikita natin sa loob ng isang atom. He proposed the atomic physics in modern science, studies the nuclear organization that continue even to this day, and the further identification of elementary particles, all followed with his most outstanding accomplishment in his discovery of the electron in 1897. So the highlight dito, pag sinabi nating electron, this was discovered by J.J. Thomson using a cathode ray. So ito yung atomic model ni J.J. Thomson na kung titingnan natin, it is a spherical cloud of positive charge. So may mga positive charge doon sa loob ng isang atom and may mga negatively charged na tinatawag niyang electrons. So according to other sources din, hindi pa talaga alam ni J.J. Thomson kung ano talaga yung mga protons. However, it was emphasized that meron talagang mga positive charges na dadadrive sa electrons upang mag-scatter siya sa labas ng uh, electron. Ng atom. Max Planck, in 1874, he was a freshman at the University of Munich, and as he went through college, he realized that he had a natural talent for theoretical physics. After transferring schools, he was taught by two physics bigwigs, Hermann von Helmholtz and Gustav Kirchhoff. He eventually came up with a quantum theory which states only certain amounts of energy can be admitted. All his advances with the quantum theory won him a Nobel Prize in 1918. So, Max Planck's atomic model. So, kung titingnan natin, may true nucleus na doon sa isang atom and naka-organize ang lahat ng mga ah, electrons doon, no, sa labas ng nucleus. And kung titingnan natin, if we are going to relate it just like the solar system, no, na kung saan sa gitna nandoon yung sun, and tapos sa labas niya ay nandoon yung mga electrons or mga planets. So yun just like the planetary model. And next is Ernest Rutherford. So Ernest Rutherford is a New Zealand-born British physicist considered the greatest experimentalist since Michael Faraday. So he created a discovery of proton in 1919 and hypothesized the existence of neutron as well. He won the Nobel Prize in Chemistry in 1908 for his investigations in the disintegration of the elements in the chemistry of radioactive substances. So the highlight naman of Ernest Rutherford in exploring or in discovering the atom is the positively charged proton, no, and he was also emphasizing or he was also hypothesizing the existence of the neutron as well, which is a zero charge or shall I say a neutral subatomic particle. So Rutherford's atomic model, so doon sa gitna yung nucleus, in yon may mga electrons doon na nakalagay sa mga orbits. Next, let's have James Chadwick. He is also a Nobel Prize awardee in physics in 1935 and he discovered the neutron. That discovery provided a new tool for inducing atomic disintegration since neutrons being electrically uncharged could penetrate undeflected into the atomic nucleus and led to a new model of the atomic nucleus being composed of protons and neutrons. So ito ang Chadwick's atomic model. So kung titingnan natin sa nucleus niya, nandoon na talaga ang neutrons and yung protons. And nakalagay doon sa mga orbits yung mga electrons. Sa iba namang libro, ang orbits ay tinatawag nilang energy level or shell or uh, orbitals. So now let's have the timeline of the history of the atom. So yung una natin is si Democritus, followed by John Dalton, J.J. Thomson, Max Planck, Ernest Rutherford, and James Chadwick. So, for your group activity in your classroom, you are going to use recyclable materials created a 3D model of an atom to show where the proton, neutrons, and electrons are found. So, magandang activity na ito para sa inyo or sa mga estudyante upang mas maging involved sila or mas maging engage sila doon sa mga different subatomic particles na makikita natin sa isang atom. And hindi naman mahirap yung mga materials kasi these are recyclables. So I guess that's it. So thank you so much for listening and I hope na may natutunan kayo about sa mga brilliant minds na nakadiscover bago mabuo talaga kung ano ang atom natin ngayon sa kasalukuyan.